you go back and do some history on Mount Rushmore, it actually is a Freemason shrine. And what the Lord revealed to me is that this Mount Rushmore has a direct ley line to Washington, D.C. And he said basically that as we continue to work in prayer and do the work of the ministry, that God was going to break that connection that acts as a portal for demonic things. What we're really dealing with in that portal is communism. That witchcraft altar and those things that are happening in the Black Hills is what we're really dealing with is communism.
That man rambling incoherently is Joe Donnell, who of course is an elected Republican official, and he believes he found the demonic portal to Washington, D.C. through Mount Rushmore. And I'm not joking. He is literally an elected member of the South Dakota House of Representatives. He gets to make laws and decisions about people's lives. This guy right here, bridge builder, leader, small business owner, raving lunatic. Here's his profile from their legislator website. I mean, it couldn't get more insane, but it could if we start to turn our attention to the woman who is interviewing him, and that is Meri Crouley. She calls herself a doctor, but we don't have any proof of that. I really don't believe this woman is a doctor of anything. And she spoke with an anonymous QAnon source after her interview with Donnell, and they discussed the prophecy of Mount Rushmore, as well as Donald Trump.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Meri Crouley here for Now is the Time. I've got a very important broadcast today with QAnon. In fact, we were all just in Mount Rushmore a few weeks ago, and we're going to be talking about that and some of the significant things that shifted. Well, we were trying to pull it up on the screen. I don't know what happened. If you can get it up there, Marshall. Here it is. There it is. You can see the picture is actually circled, and when they showed it to me, I was like amazed, because on my Facebook page, right next to this, you show the actual picture of President Trump that looks just like this, and it was the only cloud in the sky. And whether you believe it or not, I think it's striking.
Something is striking. Something about that is striking. I also just need to bring up this last thing before I let you get it on this bed, is that she wrote a memoir. This woman wrote a book. It's called When God Speaks, From Glory to Glory, One Woman's Story of Faith. I won't read the whole description, but I got to read this first couple sentences. A hospital bed is the perfect place to look God squarely in the face. After being diagnosed with a delicate brain tumor, Meri Crouley suddenly found herself scheduled for a difficult surgery and an uncertain future. The surgery was not without consequences, okay? They definitely did some damage to this woman's brain when they went to remove the tumor. I'm obsessed with her, though. I'm obsessed with the way that she looks. I'm obsessed with all of the plastic surgery she's had. I mean, I want her to adopt me. She's my new favorite person, staring at that cloud, saying it looks like Trump.
Also, she misspelled both names in her name, Meri Crouley, both incorrect. And also, she literally said in this photo right here, she said, and it was the only cloud in the sky. And in the photo, there are other clouds. This is the perfect example of the morons that are given platforms in this country these days. There's 6 other clouds I can point to in this photo, but there's one circled that makes it the only. I mean, oh my, this just in, I was just handed a paper. Wow, Meri Crouley, the second leading candidate now, taking over the killer for the Republican presidential nomination. Wild. Congrats to Meri Crouley, Republican presidential Meri and Crouley, all misspelled.
I know we talk all day long about how idiotic these elected officials in the Republican Party are, but to see this guy sit back in his dirty shirt and talk about how he found a secret passageway from Mount Rushmore to the evil cabal in Washington, D.C., And knowing that he gets to make decisions about people's lives every day, it just makes me feel, it makes me laugh so hard while also being more depressed than I've ever felt in my life.
Yes, and also I'd like to lastly point out Meri Crouley's book is called From Glory to Glory, which is not a transition and should not be two words. It should just be called glory at that point. You can't go from one thing to the same thing.